All right, let's get into this. No Tarik Skubal starting the All-Star game, which I think in Detroit really would have added to the juice. I think a lot more people would have tapped in. But Tiger Town says, let's not pretend that Corbin Burns is a really damn good pitcher too. But Skubal should have started simply because he's better in all the stat categories pitching in the AL. So, D-Mac, here's how I'm going to start this off. This is the real world, right? Mm-hmm. This is the real world. And, D-Mac, I think you can speak to this as well. Your team you played for probably benefited from this in time to time. But the deal is this. Is Skubal better granularly? Yes, Skubal has been a better pitcher. That is a fact. However, Corbin Burns, A, is not a bum. B, pitches for the Baltimore Orioles, who are one of, if not the best team in baseball, and his manager's managing. So guess what's going to happen, everybody? He's going to take his guy. That's just the way it goes. So, yeah, you could look at it as the Detroit versus everybody thing. I look at it like this. This is the price you pay for not being relevant in a decade as a baseball organization. Because whether or not we realize it / choose to accept it or however you want to slice it, they haven't been relevant in a decade. And that's how this thing works. The accolades, the all-star stuff, all of it. They go to the teams that are good. That's just the way it works. I don't know why everybody was so stunned by this. For real, I don't. Yeah. Now, is Skubal a better pitcher? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. But we haven't been relevant in a decade, everybody. And you can clutch your pearls and say, well, he was better in whip by .27. Doesn't matter. We've been irrelevant for a decade, and Skubal pays the price for that. He just does. It's the way it goes.
Who's managing the game?
Bruce Bochy.
The Orioles manager.
It's
end conversation.
What's that?
Bruce Bochy of the Rangers.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay, but whatever else is that. So the first one is if the manager, and it's not. So if the manager is, but then it's the decision because you look at where are you pitching. It doesn't come down to how well he's pitched if you look at it granularly on the Tigers and he is lights out, right? The best pitcher, the best player. The fact the Orioles are where they're at and their pitchers got him there, it's a no-brainer. Tarik Skubal will tell you it's a no-brainer, right? The fact because you look back on your team, and your team is irrelevant.
That's it. You pay that
you
price.
You pay the price for your team being irrelevant.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And I don't think any baseball-minded person would ever question that, right? Because when you look up the numbers and see they are close, right? It's not like disparaging that Tarik Skubal is a Connor McDavid.
Skubal's been a little better. Fair.
Been a little better.
But for a franchise,
but
it's
he's been
irrelevant
a lot
for a
worse
decade.
because he doesn't have the Orioles backing him. He's got the Tigers. So, I mean, it's not, to me, it's not even a conversation.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not surprising. And KG, I know. Hey, how is Broder taking it? Did he have the flag out? You have the Tigers flag planted on the desk?
Well, yeah, but I think most people would feel that he should have started, which on paper, yes, he should have. This is why I told you, yes, I get it. I do understand. That doesn't make it right, though. Like, if every statistical category he is beating Corbin Burns in, he's beating them in, he should be starting. Point blank, period. But I do understand it's a politics game. It just is what it is. The Tigers have sucked, like you said. The Orioles are the better team, the more entertaining team right now. They're going to go with that. They want to highlight that.
Yep. And again, you can't be upset about that. You just can't. Be better. I believe it was your hero. Don't be bitter. Be better. Yes. Who said it?
Gio Urshela?
No,
it ain't Gio.
That was Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, it was.
Who got suspended twice.
My hero.
That's fine.
Don't be bitter. Be better.
That's fine.
So that's what the Tigers have to do, D-Mac. And look, I'm sorry, man. I'm not going to get all outraged. I had some people tweeted at me. They're like, I can't wait to hear you talk about Skubal and not getting to start the All-Star game. I 100% get that, man. It did not stun me in the least. No. Not in the least.
Nope, me either. And even in the chat.
I mean, just look at that, though. I would say people still have a right to be upset. Should they be outraged or carrying on about it? No, but people have a right to be upset.
See, Neil, even the Shaquille O'Neal, who says normally I like to debate with you, Neil, but you're right this time. I mean, I think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. So again, don't feel bad for Skubal. Feel bad for that organization he pitches for.
You know what makes me like? Oh, all of a sudden you care about baseball? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, it is true though. Like as soon as something, I was happy about this. Like kind of when it happened, low key in the root for the show context, because people, I was stunned. There was one thing I was stunned by in all this, D-Mac, the way people rallied. I mean, and it was immediate. Yeah. As soon as it got named yesterday, people drew their swords, man, and charged down the hill.
Yeah.
So it is good in this respect. We can say we don't. I'm honest about it. They could be 30 games under 500, and I'm going to flip the game on in September because that's just the way that it works.
You're going to be mad about it, but you go.
I'm going to be mad about it, but I'm going to watch. I am, because it's just what I do. I put the time into this team, and it's on. And look, you know what? Give me this, by the way. And I low key thought about my wife a little bit when I concocted this on the drive in this morning. Here's the deal, all right?
All right.
Right. I'm going to watch the Tigers all year long. And because of that, I'm going to be pissed when I come up here and talk about them because they haven't been relevant in a decade. This is what I watch in the summer. There are only 16 Lions games. There's over 160 Tiger games.
Yep.
I will watch in some form or fashion 140 plus of them. So needless to say, I put in way more time on the Tigers than I do in the Lions watching the games. It's a usage thing. That's what it is. You guys watch your stupid-ass shows with dragons flying around and all that. I don't say a word. I don't say a word to you about it.
Relax.
So leave me alone on this. All right? There's no drag. I watch baseball. Like, that's what I do in the summertime, partly because it's the only thing on. When I'm not working TV with soccer, I'm watching baseball on TV. That's how I operate. And when the team I root for is not good, I'm going to be pissed off about it. You watch your dragons fly around, I watch the Tigers. Both are about as believable, I guess.
It's your Tiger tax, Neil. Just like how
100%.
Skubal paid his Tiger tax by not starting the All-Star game.
That's what bothers me about the people earlier that were like, Neil's a Tiger hater. I am 1,000% not a Tiger hater, but I'm not stupid.
If the Tigers were first in the AL Central, he probably starts that game.